I'm Kathy Yangeron with Brevard Cultural Alliance, and it is such an honor to welcome you to our second episode of True Colors, honoring and celebrating Black History Month. Brevard Cultural Alliance is the local arts agency for Brevard County. We serve cultural organizations, we serve artists, and we serve students in Brevard Public Schools with arts education programs. And just want to remind you that all of our episodes of True Colors are available on YouTube. And so we invite you to watch not only this one, but also past episodes. And so at this time, I would like to welcome our host and the president of Diversity of Thought, the incomparable David Jones.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
I don't know why I was like, man, you know, we got to get some type of round of applause thing that we could push. So like we just get some clapping going.
Yeah,
maybe
like,
it's just me.
Like James Corden.
Yes. Like I don't need a real audience. Like I'll take a fake audience every day. Thank you, Kathy, for everything that BCA continues to do for our community, that you continue to do for our community. You are outstanding at the luncheon. I'm going to still keep saying that. And yes, and let's make sure, I want to make sure we mention this. There's an amazing open house ribbon cutting, right? It's happening March what?
Okay, so you're all invited to attend our open house celebration and ribbon cutting for BCA offices. We're at 513 North Harbor City Boulevard in Melbourne, 1 mile south of Oak Alley. And this is Thursday, March 16th from 4 to 6. And the joint ribbon cutting with Melbourne Regional Chamber and the Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce is at 5.
At 5. I will be there. It's going to be a party. We're going to have a really good time. So again, Kathy, thank you for everything that you do. And now Kathy's going to go hang out in the studio, and I'm going to bring somebody else into the studio that you guys get to see, because I am so happy that we get to have the conversation that we're going to have today. There is a show that opens this weekend at the Henegar Center, and it is called The Color Purple. And I am so happy that we got Suge herself here with us today. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the incomparable, the amazing, the brilliant, the talented Nicole Savage. Nicole, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, David?
This is why I need that applause, man. So if you could do me a favor. So first of all, thank you for everybody that's watching. If you could please share this as you're watching so the people that you know can watch it with you. And then go ahead and if you can, make sure you're interacting in the comments as well. We take round of applause in the comments too. So yes, we do. So please give it up to Nicole Savage for all those out there in the virtual land watching us on YouTube and Facebook, because we stream on both at the same time. Nicole, that was a lot that I just said.
A mouthful.
Yes, it was. And look at that. You got a round of applause from Lee Brevard. You got a round of applause from fellow castmate, Mr. Leroy Darby.
Yes, Mr. Darby.
Mr. Darby, let me tell you something, Mr. Darby. You should, if you shoot me your email, I'll submit your thing so you can come in and join us right now. So anytime. And Miss Tiffany Joy. Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen.
Yes.
Y'all
come through.
Yes, come through. I want to bring y'all in. So I want to say thank you for joining. And what I'd like to do is I want to talk. I am going to talk to you. I want to talk to any of the cast that also wants to jump in. Oh my goodness! Look at who's there.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So here's what's going to happen. I was able to do a pre-interview with the directors, Mr. Ayo Jariah Demps. Yeah. And I got that right on the first time, so that's good for me. Right. And I'm going to bring in this interview, and I want everybody to sit back and watch. We were able to pre-record. Unfortunately, he was not able to come on live with us, but we're still going to be very interactive in the chat. He is a brilliant human being who is a school teacher as well, so this is why he couldn't come on live with us at this time, because he's too busy changing the hearts and the minds of the youth of America. So we appreciate him with everything that he does. Nicole, what I'll do is we'll work to see if we can't get I would love to get Fendi in and Leroy and Tiffany in if they are able to make it. So we'll work on that while the interview is playing. And folks, here's what I ask from you all. If you're watching, please be interactive in the chat. If you have any questions, throw them in there. But if you know the color purple, give us your favorite spot thing from the movie or your favorite line from the book. Just what's your favorite moment from the movie or your favorite line from the book? Throw it in the chat. We're going to talk about it after we watch this interview. But for now, let's get this interview going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with an absolutely brilliant and amazing individual. Please give it up, like wherever you are sitting in front of your computer, even though we won't see it, for Ayo. Ayo. You see, I even asked you beforehand and I still messed it up. Ayo Demps. So Ayo Jariah?
Yes.
Look at that. I got that right. I didn't even ask. So Ayo Jariah Demps, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, I can't complain. Not yet. It's a pretty nice day outside.
Got a whole another few hours of it though.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for coming on and doing this interview with me today. I can't wait to go live with some of your folks and we'll all get back. We'll all be able to sit back and watch and really just taking your time out. So you're a school teacher as well. Is that correct?
I am. That is correct.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I know that being a teacher today is not the easiest thing in the world. So for anybody who has that calling and steps into it, we truly, genuinely appreciate you. But today I'm not interviewing you as a teacher. Today I am interviewing you as the director for the upcoming play that's taking place at the Henegar Center, The Color Purple.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! So this is big for me, man, because my mother, this was one of her favorite books and one of her favorite movies. And so if she was still here, I'd be taking her front row to go see this. So I know I'm going to see it. It's going to be a little rough. If you see me in there crying for some strange reason, just know it's a, this part isn't even sad. It's just like I'm reminiscing because I knew how much it meant to her. So I cannot thank you all for bringing this story to our stage here in Brevard County. Now, before we dig into The Color Purple, I want to learn a little bit about you. So tell me about yourself. How long have you been directing?
So I started directing technically in about 2016.
Okay.
I directed my first full show in 2018. As a teacher, as a theater teacher, that's what you do. You have to direct the shows because you're it for the program.
Yeah.
So I directed some plays with my students and realized I really like this. I could probably take this farther. So I started directing for community theater. And then I got some invitations to direct professionally and was like, oh, okay.
Hey, here's this newfound talent that I have. Okay.
Yeah, and kind of haven't stopped since.
It's awesome, man. And what's great is that you're there to inspire the kids, but it sounds like it's somewhat that kind of inspired you on this journey, be able to work with them and direct them. So that's awesome. And I was a theater guy, so I appreciate you. I was in theater all the way up until the new guy kind of turned it into musical theater. And my daughter thinks I sound amazing. I think I sound amazing, but I'm pretty sure we're the only two people. So it wasn't really for me. And I got to be honest, one time, so here's the thing, they didn't really tell our stories either. So I wasn't interested. There's one time they did a Black history rendition of a Greek tragedy. So they just cast all the Black people to play the Greek individuals, but it wasn't our story. It was just like, hey, we'll give you a chance, but you still have to tell this other story. So that's why I think it's so cool that you're doing The Color Purple. How did that even come to life? Was that your brainchild, or was it somebody else's and they hired you?
So the Henegar had already done Color Purple in, oh Lord, I forget what year. It's been a minute.
Okay.
And the artistic director decided to do an anniversary season for the Henegar where they picked a bunch of shows that they had done before and kind of revisited them with a new vision. So The Color Purple was one of them. He decided this time, though, that The Color Purple would be directed by someone seasonally appropriate, let's say.
I like how you put that. Okay.
Yeah, so he decided to interview people and look for the right candidate and find the right sort of vision and voice to lead The Color Purple. And apparently that was me, which I was real surprised by.
Well, from what I hear from some of the cast, man, I'm not surprised, man. I think you're doing a really good job. I believe that they believe that you're also doing a really good job. And those tickets are flying, man. They are, like, which is awesome. So make sure, just to plug really quick, if you haven't got it, it's the Henegar Center now. We're gonna be live, and so we'll plug it and we'll have it scrolling at the bottom. But we definitely want to make sure that you get your tickets because you're gonna want to see this. What attracted you to The Color Purple?
That's a lot of questions at one time. What attracted me to The Color Purple was growing up with The Color Purple. So I was born in 1988, and the movie came out in 1986, and the book came out in 82. So they were important by the time I was born, and they were important in my household. So my mother and my grandmother both loved it. It was something I watched a lot as a child and didn't necessarily understand, but loved it anyway. So by the time I got to be like, I think I was 9, because I was reading things I wasn't supposed to as a child. So I picked up The Color Purple and went and sat in the corner and started reading it. And then read it a couple years later again, and every time I revisited it, something new jumped out at me, and I started to understand it more as I got older and as I learned more about Black history and what had been happening to us as people from outside the community, much less inside the community. So that is part of what sparked my interest. What really sparked my interest in the show itself was when they did the revival recording. And of course, when something has Jennifer Hudson on it, you're gonna be like, huh? I need to. But so the music just feels like us, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's jazz, there's blues, there's a little bit of R&B, there's soul music, there's country music even at moments, which we invented. And there's a lot of that feeling of community within the show. So I really just wanted to be a part of that. The first show I directed professionally was Memphis, which is a mostly Black cast. There's like 4 cast members who are not Black. And there's just something different about being in a room full of other Black people, other Black creatives specifically.
Yeah.
And for The Color Purple, there's certain things that as a director, if I was directing another group of people, I would say them a certain way. But we can have honest conversations and collaborations within this cast and find versions of these characters in this story that sit with us specifically, and they still make sense because they are us in a lot of ways.
Okay. And I'm even more excited to see them to go see the play. I will be there probably the second weekend. I can't go opening weekend. I'll be out of town, and I'm upset about it. But I cannot wait to hear it. I can't wait to talk to some of your cast. And I cannot thank you enough for your time because I know you're about to teach.
I have kids at 10:35. Yeah.
Okay. Well, before the kids come in, I need to ask you a question, and this question has nothing to do with directing or with The Color Purple. It's just a question that has come up before, and now it's here, and it's a part of this program. Do you eat grits? I
do eat grits.
Okay. So.
Are you about to ask me if I put sugar or salt in them?
Yes. You haven't even seen the other episodes, have you?
I have not.
This thing is taking over.
I have thought about this with so many people, and I will die on this hill that you do not put sugar in grits.
Oh, you and I were so good until this moment.
Sorry, I can't do it.
Oh no. We were so good.
I have eaten it a few times, but I can't get with it. I can't.
All right. Well, I just got knocked down a peg because I was hoping you were going to be in my corner, but apparently that did not work. I should have asked that in the pre-interview. Like, hey, so by the way, I'm going to bring this up, because then I would have just been quiet. But now I know I'm going to hear it. Another score for the no sugar in the grits. So listen, thank you so much for helping bring our stories to life. I cannot wait to see it. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the people in this county, whether they are Black, white, Asian, Latin, doesn't matter. Being able to hear and see and experience these stories is really for everyone. But it's extraordinarily nice when we get to see ourselves up on that stage, behind the stage, directing it. It's just all really beautiful. So thank you so much for bringing your vision to life. We're going to see you some people are going to see you this weekend. Let me ask one last question. Where do you watch? Do you watch behind, or do you like sit in the crowd?
I sit in the crowd.
Okay.
I haven't even really gotten a chance to watch the show yet because I have to watch it as a director.
Yeah.
About Thursday night, I'm going to stop worrying about directing and really just let myself feel it. So I'll be crying all over the theater. So that's what the show is made for.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I wish I could be there because I'd be crying with you. But no, man, I look forward to meeting you in person. And again, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure you come out and support. We appreciate you. Now go change those kids' lives, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right. Yay! So we had the chance to pre-record an interview. I was so happy I got to talk to that brother. He's really a good person. He's really a great person. And then now, man, I've got so many other people on this screen. This is awesome. All right, so Tiffany and Finley, you're gonna have to unmute yourselves because when people come in, we're showing the thing. I have to mute people, but it won't let me unmute you.
With pleasure.
Hi, guys.
Hey, look at there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have like a good chunk of the cast of The Color Purple. So if you could please do me a favor, if you can go around, introduce yourself, and then what character are you playing?
Where do you want to start?
We will start right over here. Nope. How can I? There you go. You know how it's backwards, so it's kind of weird. There, we'll start
So
right
you're
over here.
pointing at Nicole.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so Nicole Stafford is there, and I'm playing Shug. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Thing.
All
There we
right,
go.
I'm Finitra Shell, and I'm playing Celie.
Woo!
Miss
Hi guys, I'm Tiffany Joy, and I am in the ensemble, and I am also Sophia's sister.
Oh, very cool.
Don't forget, you opened the show with Shug.
I do. You might get a surprise in the beginning there.
Okay, you see, look at there. There's a surprise already at the beginning. So if you don't know now, you know you better show up because this show is going to be off the chain. First, I ain't seen it. I ain't got to see it yet. I got to talk to him and I got to talk to y'all. So I'm like, hey man, I'm good. Like, let's go. I'm ready. And I got to see these images because man, y'all got some beautiful, beautiful images from behind the scenes in which they are somewhere. They didn't come up though. We're gonna try that again. All right, let's see here. I want to bring the images up, but first, let me ask you guys a question. Let's try it. Let's see if it works now. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, so here is some of the images. So that's the entire cast. When I said y'all got some good looking images, I mean y'all got some good looking images because I was just like, oh wow. So first of all, costume design. Somebody's off the chain.
Yeah.
Tatiana.
Tatiana. Okay, so I'm like, so who's the mastermind behind it? That's Tatiana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so very authentic. Looks great. The wigs look fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Tatiana is doing her thing. Oh, wait a minute. Lord. Guess what? We got another person. We have another person popping in here. Hello, Mr. Leroy Darby.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Leroy Darby, could you please introduce yourself and the character that you're playing?
Hi, I'm Leroy Darby, and I'm the old Mr. and preacher in the show.
Old Mr. and preacher. I like it. You got young Mr. and old Mr.
Yes.
I still think you're a young Mr. Okay.
Well, thank you.
You are welcome.
Facts.
But like I said, man, I got to see some of the images that were posted online from the rehearsals, and man, it just looks absolutely fantastic. Fendi, so talk to me. Fendi, are you still in school?
I am. I'm finishing my senior year in high school.
Yeah, congratulations. This is
Thank you.
awesome. What high school you go to?
I go to Melbourne High.
That's what I'm Bulldogs, baby. Yes.
Bulldogs.
All day. I actually was I was in theater up until I think my junior year at Melbourne High School. We're not gonna talk about how long ago that was, though. It was a while. It's been a while. I put it this way: the school didn't look like it looks today.
I wouldn't think so.
But no. So, how's this experience been for you, Fendi?
You know, I'm still fairly new to theater as a whole. Like, I've been singing all my life, but you know, acting, that's something very, very still fresh to me. And I started at the Henegar last season, and I've just been there since. And the opportunity to, you know, to be able to play Celie, like just to have the opportunity displayed to you, that alone is a blessing within itself.
That's very good. And I absolutely I think it's amazing. We have somebody that is actually still in school that's taking part of this. So kudos to you. I think that's brilliant. I can't wait to see where your career goes because it's just getting started. And I'm pretty sure you're going to take it all the way to the top.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. Now, Mr. Leroy Darby, you are, this is not your first rodeo.
No. 8 years ago, the Henegar Center had Color Purple. And I was ecstatic to see that the executive director wanted to bring it back with having a person of color to direct. Not only has he brought a person of color to direct, but a costuming and so forth. So I said I got to audition. I may not be chosen, but I'm going to audition, and I'm leaving it open to whatever. If I'm just a part of the ensemble, I'm blessed to be a part of the ensemble. So when I got cast for the role, I said, wow, okay, I'm in.
And that's cool to be able to see something 8 years and then see it come back and then say, hey, I want to be a part of this, and then actually get a chance to be a part of it.
Yes.
It's really fantastic. And Mr. Darby, I appreciate you because every time I see that there's a production, I just assume I'm going to see the name Leroy Darby up in there. And I'm typically right. And that's a testament to your talent and your dedication. So thank you for continuing to bring that to us here in Brevard County, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. It. Being a part of this community and have so many theater friends. It's just a blessing. You know, this journey has been long. Your mother and I worked together for many years, and of course, I knew that this was one of her favorites, and to just be able to be a part of it again, and to think of her when I'm on that stage just warms my heart.
Well, I appreciate that. And when you see me, not this weekend, but the following weekend, like I said on the interview, if I just start crying in the weirdest of places, I swear there's going to be a line that's said that's just going to remind me of her that might hit me. But I still can't wait to go. It's by far was one of her ultimate favorite books and movies. So I was ecstatic when I saw that. And then when I knew people that were in it, I was just like, oh man, let's go.
Yeah, you better come back and say hello to us after the show too.
Of course.
Meet us in the garden so we can. Of course.
Wait, did I just get a backstage pass offer like live on air?
Just meet us in the garden out there.
Side garden.
Okay. I just, listen. I'm trying to get a backstage. None of y'all can't make that work. Can't no backstage pass. Glow says she cannot wait to see the show on March 4th with the girls. That is what's up. Yes. And please make sure, number one, if you're watching this, share this, because if you share, all your friends can watch it with you. And thank you to those who are going to watch the replay later, because I know some of you are at work. You have to check out this production of The Color Purple. It's taking place at the Henegar Center, and it opens. When do we open? Is it Thursday?
Friday.
Okay.
8 o'clock.
Right. Friday at 8 o'clock. Y'all are like, don't say Thursday. Don't give us that. Like, they're like, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so Friday at 8 o'clock is the first showing. So let me just ask around the horn, what really drove you to want to take place in this production of The Color Purple? Was there something specific that drove you to say, oh man, I gotta be a part of this? And I will start with Nicole, because you're my immediate that way. I did it right this time.
Sure. Well, I mean, I think, you know, everyone said it, the story itself is iconic, you know, and especially for, you know, I'll say people of color, for me, for my family, it holds a special place in my heart. And then especially after being cast and I reread the book, it was just amazing. And so I saw it and I saw it advertised and I knew I want to be part of it. On top of the fact that it was at the Henegar Center, which, you know, my first experience was, you know, in Crowns years ago, and another, you know, fantastic production that's a musical, all Black cast. And so to be a part of something like that again at the Henegar Center is just was an amazing opportunity. So yeah, I had to jump at it.
Now you're Shug. Is that the role you wanted? You were like, okay, I really want this role.
That's where I went.
Penny's like, yep, yes, she did.
I've been in the, I would have taken anything, but I really did. So blessed and grateful. Yes.
I just think that's funny. I was like, is that the role you wanted? Penny's like, yep, yes, it is. That's exactly the role she.
Like, that's what you want, this is what I want. Yeah,
literally. We've been talking about auditioning for this show, and what if we were casted together as Celia and Shug, since I met her during Little Mermaid earlier this season. She played one of the Mer sisters, and we've been talking about it since then. So like, what, 6 months?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Man, that's so awesome. Yeah,
and I saw her in Crowns, and I thought, oh, I would love to be on stage with her one of these days. And now get
grateful and honored to share the stage with you.
See, this is really cool. This is absolutely like fantastic to hear, like the years and then even just the months of collaboration of just saying, hey, one day this is going to come together and it's going to happen. And it's happening with such a powerful story.
Yes.
I think that's what I can't wait for people to see and hear. There's probably a generation that really don't know the story.
Right.
For sure.
And, you know, I'm hoping that we can get more of those individuals out there. I know folks, you know, like us are going to be like, yeah, let's roll, because, you know, like, there's just moments from the movie to where they just stick with you. And for those who read the book, you know, the book has this profound effect and ability to change how you can perceive things, how you can perceive yourself, how you can perceive overcoming obstacles that seem like they can't be overcame. And so I'm really excited. I'm so thankful for every single one of you. Thank you for jumping on to this. And if I'm just going to ask you each, if you can give me really quick before we get out of here, what is your favorite line from either the movie, the book, or the play? Ooh.
Many.
I will go.
Okay.
If I can do my favorite song, and I think my favorite song from the entire Color Purple universe is Miss Seeley's Blues. I think if you think about Color Purple, that's usually where people go, Miss Seeley's Blues. And I will say that Shug might start feeling a little bluesy at the beginning of the show, and you might get a little bluesy violin, electric violin at the beginning of the show. So I'm looking forward to bringing that to the stage.
Okay. I like it. Glow added hers. Until you do right by me, everything you even think about is going to crumble.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's one of the best ones for sure.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I got Tiffany's.
I think I'll do mine. It's probably one of the most basic lines, but it's the delivery. Shug, when she has to say to me, "You show is ugly," I'm literally refraining from cracking up on stage because it is one of the funniest lines in the movie to me.
It's one of those lines that stick out from the movie, and you're right. It's exactly the way she says, like, "Oh, you show is,"
And she gets it down every time. Every time.
He does.
Okay, wait, time out. I almost want to say I want to see you do it, but you know, no, we're gonna make people go
No,
see it.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait
you
till the
gotta
show.
Yeah, you got to go
You
to the
gotta come
show.
see the
Okay,
show.
okay. If you want to see that iconic line, and Finley's gonna keep it together.
I'm gonna keep it together. I promise y'all, I'm gonna keep it together.
You got to come out. You got to check it out. All right, so I got two. I need two more.
let me see. I think mine is probably there's a line that I say, like, there's a Color Purple line that is iconic that I love. But I think a funny one that I've been playing with and I really enjoy is, maybe you like him better dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I love it. From Mr. Darby. I ain't trying to interrupt your conversation, but I just don't feel like hearing that. Uh-oh, you're on mute.
All right. If you were born a slave on this land like I was, then you know what it meant to own something to pass on to your children.
A good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
A good one.
Yeah.
Ooh, listen, this is going to be a great production, but there's going to be a lot of learning. It's going to be a lot of love. It's going to be a lot of reality is shared throughout this production. So come ready, be excited, be open-minded, be prepared to learn, because I think we're going to walk away different, hopefully, after we watch these brilliant actors that we have right now. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. I cannot wait. You can, let's see here. Let's go ahead and let's make sure we put it at the bottom where we can get the tickets. Watch this.
Yeah.
All right, now listen, these tickets are selling and they're selling quick. So make sure you go get them.
A few seats left. So please.
Bam. It is HenegarCenter.com. You can go on, you can get your tickets today. There's only a few seats left. Don't wait and get messed up and let it get sold out like your boy did when he was going to go see the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Same thing happened to me.
Right? I was just like, oh yeah, I'll get them. And I was
They're
like,
all gone.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Mermaid tickets.
And this, and it was crazy is you can't get it. I was just like, I mean, like even if you know somebody, like you can't get me in. They're like, nah, bro.
No.
Like
It's over.
It's what it is.
Oh, don't call us. Don't call us after the closes and ask. When are you running that one again? When it closes, it's closed.
It's like, hey, if y'all could do me a favor, if you could just run it back. We can't yell encore. It doesn't work that way.
No, be there and be on time.
That's right.
Is what we singing for bows.
All right. Well, I tell you what. Again, I can't thank you all enough. I'm looking forward to seeing you in your brilliance. Thank you for joining us. This has been another episode of True Colors, brought to you by Brevard Cultural Alliance. My name is David Jones, the host for the show. Please make sure you like and share. And leave comments. Listen, we asked the question: what's your favorite moment from the movie or from the book? Throw them in the comments on the Facebook and YouTube page, man. We want to check them out. We want to hear them, and we will be there representing BCA. We're going to come out. We're going to make sure that we support this production because you guys are absolutely amazing, and we can't wait to see you rocking. So again, thank you so much for joining us.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Come see this amazing cast.
Yes, come out to see it.
Yes.
All right.